Michel, President of the European Council. During the call, views were exchanged on a number of regional and international issues of common interest, in addition to discussing ways to enhance mutual relations between the Sultanate of Oman and the European Union countries. Assigned by His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq, His Highness Sayyid Asad bin Tariq Al Said, Deputy Prime Minister for International Relations and Cooperation Affairs and personal representative of His Majesty the Sultan, will head to the Kingdom of Belgium tomorrow to lead the Sultanate of Oman's delegation participating in the first joint summit between the Gulf Cooperation Council and the European Union, scheduled to be held in the capital Brussels the day after tomorrow. His Highness will be accompanied by an official delegation that includes His Excellency Sayyid Badr bin Hamad Al Busaidi, Foreign Minister, His Excellency Qais bin Mohammed Al Yusuf, Minister of Commerce, Industry and Investment Promotion, Her Excellency Ambassador Ru'a bint Isa Az-Zijaliya, Ambassador of the Sultanate of Oman to the Kingdom of Belgium and Head of Mission to the European Union. His Excellency Sheikh Khalifa bin Hamad Al-Badi, Secretary General of His Highness's Office, His Excellency Saif bin Ahmed Al-Sawafi, Advisor to His Highness's Office, His Excellency Ambassador Sheikh Ahmed bin Hashil Al-Maskari, Head of the GCC Department at the Foreign Ministry, and His Excellency Ambassador Mundar bin Mahfouz Al-Mandari, Head of the Europe Department at the Foreign Ministry. His Highness Sayyid Fahad bin Mahmoud Al Said, Deputy Prime Minister for the Council of Ministers, received today at the Council of Ministers premises in Muscat His Excellency Roman Glovchenko, Prime Minister of the Republic of Belarus. His Highness welcomed the guest and his accompanying delegation, wishing relations between the two friendly countries continued development and growth. The meeting comes to support and enhance the prospects of existing cooperation between the two countries in various fields. The meeting discussed ways to activate and promote aspects of bilateral cooperation to serve the common interest of both sides. On the other hand, during the discussion session, a number of issues of common interest and efforts exerted to support security and stability were reviewed to achieve more development and prosperity for all countries. The Omani-Belarusian talks addressed means of enhancing bilateral cooperation between the two friendly countries, especially in the economic, commercial, and industrial fields, higher education, scientific research and innovation, as well as renewable energy projects, in addition to exchanging expertise and enhancing the role of the Business Council in the two countries. The talks also highlighted the role of the private sector in supporting joint investment in various sectors. A number of issues were also reviewed at the regional and international levels, and the efforts exerted to establish security and stability for all countries. His Highness Sayyid Fahad bin Mahmoud Al Said praised the role of the Republic of Belarus plays in addressing issues that serve international peace and security. His Excellency Roman Glovchenko also expressed his country's satisfaction over the growing relations between the Republic of Belarus and the Sultanate of Oman and the keenness to develop them in a way that serves the common interest of the two friendly people. The session was attended from the Omani side by a number of Their Excellencies, the ministers and government officials, while from the Belarusian side, it was attended by members of the official delegation accompanying His Excellency the Prime Minister of the Republic of Belarus. His Highness Sayyid Fahd bin Mahmoud Al Saeed, Deputy Prime Minister for the Council of Ministers, hosted an official luncheon at Al Bustan Palace Hotel today in honor of His Excellency Roman Glovachenko, Prime Minister of the Republic of Belarus, and his accompanying delegation on the occasion of his official visit to the Sultanate of Oman. The luncheon was attended by a number of Their Highnesses, Excellencies, and a number of officials and Their Excellencies, heads of diplomatic missions accredited to the Sultanate of Oman. His Highness Sayyid Yazan bin Haytham Al Saeed, Minister of Culture, Sports and Youth, met with His Excellency Roman Glovachenko, Prime Minister of the Republic of Belarus, at his residence in Muscat, within the framework of his official visit to the Sultanate of Oman. During the meeting, His Highness conveyed the greetings of His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tarik to His Excellency Alexander Lukashenko, President of the Republic of Belarus, and his best wishes of good health and happiness, and for the friendly people of Belarus' further development and stability. The guest also asked His Highness Sayyid Yazan bin Haytham Al Saeed to convey the greetings of His Excellency the President of the Republic of Belarus to His Majesty the Sultan, along with his sincere wishes of good health and well-being, and for the Omani people further progress and prosperity. During the meeting, the friendly relations between the Sultanate of Oman and the Republic of Belarus were reviewed, as well as the means to push them towards broader horizons in various fields to serve the interest of the two friendly countries, and a number of matters of mutual interest were also discussed. The meeting was attended by His Excellency Dr. Saud bin Ahmoud Al Habsi, Minister of Agriculture, Fisheries and Water Resources, Head of the Mission of Honor, and His Excellency Hamoud bin Salim Al Tuway, Ambassador of the Sultanate of Oman, accredited to the Russian Federation and non-resident to the Republic of Belarus. The meeting was also attended from the Belarusian side by His Excellency the Deputy Minister for Foreign Affairs, and His Excellency the Ambassador of the Republic of Belarus, accredited to the Sultanate of Oman. His Excellency Sheikh Abdul Malik bin Abdullah Al Khalili, Chairman of the State Council, received His Excellency Roman Glovachenko, Prime Minister of the Republic of Belarus. During the meeting, they reviewed the friendship and cooperation relations between the two friendly countries and the role played by the Parliamentary Friendship Group between the Sultanate of Oman and the Republic of Belarus in supporting and developing bilateral cooperation, especially in the legislative fields. The meeting touched on the great development witnessed by the Sultanate of Oman at the local and international levels and the common denominators between the two countries, especially with regard to developing a parliamentary cooperation, trade and industrial exchange in the field of transportation and communications, and the distinguished relations between the two parties and the importance of expanding and strengthening them. His Excellency General Sultan bin Mohammed Al Nu'mani, Minister of the Royal Office, received His Excellency Dr. Abbas Irakji, Foreign Minister of the Islamic Republic of Iran. During the meeting, they reviewed the fields of joint cooperation for the mutual interest of the two friendly countries and discussed a number of current issues on regional and international arenas. They further stressed on the importance of concrete diplomatic efforts to reduce the escalation in the Middle East and emphasized on the historical relations bonding the Sultanate of Oman and the Islamic Republic of Iran. His Excellency Sayyid Badr bin Hamad al-Busaidi, Foreign Minister, during his reception of His Excellency Dr. Abbas Irakji, Foreign Minister of the Islamic Republic of Iran, stressed on the continuation and support of the efforts exerted to stop the escalation and tension in the region through dialogue and peaceful means, and harnessing diplomacy as an essential tool for resolving disputes and conflicts. During the meeting, the two sides affirmed on the solid fraternal relations binding the two friendly countries, along with the historical and cultural ties as well as the growing economic interests that unite them. The two sides discussed a number of current issues and challenges in the region, especially the escalation resulting from the continued Israeli aggression on Lebanon and the Gaza Strip, as well as Israel's refusal to withdraw from the occupied Palestinian territories in compliance with the UN resolutions and the international law. They also discussed their commitment to strengthening bilateral and collective partnership in order to develop cooperation aimed at sustaining security, stability, and development for the entire region. His Excellency Dr. Abbas Irakji, Foreign Minister of the Islamic Republic of Iran, stated that the relations between the Sultanate of Oman and the Islamic Republic of Iran are based on friendship, mutual respect, and cooperation in all the issues of mutual concern between the two friendly countries. He as well stated that the meeting in Muscat discussed the current developments in the region, adding that the Sultanate of Oman plays major roles in resolving regional and international issues. His Excellency the Foreign Minister added that diplomacy is the only means to prevent major crises, escalations, and wars in the region. The annual meeting of the Omani-Iranian Joint Military Friendship Committee discussed a number of topics on the agenda that would contribute to strengthening the existing cooperation ties in the military fields between the two friendly countries. The meeting also addressed the activities and events emanating from this committee. The Omani side was headed by Brigadier Hamid bin Abdullah al-Blushi, Assistant Chief of Staff of the Sultan's Armed Forces for Operations and Planning, head of the Omani side of the committee, while the Iranian side was headed by Brigadier General Dr. Mohammad Ahadi, head of the Iranian side of the committee. The latest analysis of the National Multi-Hazard Early Warning Center at the Civil Aviation Authority stated that the tropical condition in the Arabian Sea is still classified as a tropical depression and the possibility of its development is weak. The center explained that the center of the tropical case is 920 kilometers away from the coast of the Far Governorate, while the accompanying clouds are 57 kilometers away. It pointed out that the tropical case is moving westward towards the coast of the Far and Al-Wusta governorates, and the wind speed around the center is from 17 to 22 knots. The National Committee for Emergency Management decided to activate the National Emergency Management Center and the sectors and subcommittees in the governorates of Muscat, South al-Sharqiyya, North al-Sharqiyya, Al-Wusta, and the Far, which are expected to be affected by the tropical condition and raise their readiness and preparation level to deal with its effects. The committee called on citizens and residents to take all precautions to preserve the safety of lives and properties and to obtain information from official authorities and follow the instructions issued by them. The Emergency Management Subcommittee in North al-Sharqiyya Governorate held a meeting to discuss the latest weather developments. The meeting reviewed the readiness and preparedness of the government and institutions to deal with the expected impacts in the wilayas and the governorate. During the meeting, the points of concentration of ambulance and rescue teams, water and electricity emergency teams were determined. Due to the expected tropical condition, the National Committee for Emergency Management has decided to suspend work and study in the public and private sectors and switch to remote learning tomorrow, Tuesday, in the governorates of Muscat, South al-Sharqiyya and North al-Sharqiyya. The committee also decided to suspend study and switch to remote learning in the government and private schools in the governorates of Muscat, North al-Sharqiyya, South al-Sharqiyya, Al-Wusta, South al-Batina, North al-Batina, and parts of the governorates of Al-Dakhiliyya, Al-Zahira, and Al-Buraymi, while the educational departments of the Far Governorate and the rest of the parts of Al-Buraymi Governorate and the desert areas of Al-Dakhiliyya and Al-Zahira governorates are assessing the situation and coordinating with school administrations to ensure the safety of students and school staff. It was also decided to suspend study in public and private higher education institutions and switch to remote learning in the governorates of Muscat, North al-Sharqiyya, South al-Sharqiyya, Al-Wusta, South al-Batina, North al-Batina, Al-Buraymi, and the mountainous parts of the governorates of Al-Dakhiliyya and Al-Zahira. Still to come on News Bulletin. The activities of the second Arab Forum for Tourism Statistics kick off. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. The Youth Center celebrated concluding the summer programs package 2024, which it implemented in all governorates. The program varied between technical, entrepreneurship, cultural, and entertainment in ways that suit the nature of each governorate and the rate of youth in it. During the period of holding the summer programs, contracts were made with a number of small and medium enterprises, businessmen, and productive families to benefit from their activities and services in each governorate. The Ministry of Housing and Urban Planning, represented by the Directorate General of Housing and Urban Planning in the Far Governorate, signed today 87 agricultural usufruct contracts in the governorate on a total area exceeding 7,000 acres with an investment value estimated at 6 million Omani riyals. The usufruct contracts are part of the ministry's efforts aimed at enhancing the sustainability of the agricultural sectors in the Far Governorate and opening the way for investors and farmers to benefit from lands allocated for agriculture and benefit them from accordance with the laws and regulations in force. The activities of the second Arab Forum for Tourism Statistics kicked off today at the Governorate of Muscat. The forum is organized by the National Center for Statistics and Information in cooperation with the Ministry of Heritage and Tourism. The forum discusses a Muscat means of enhancing cooperation among Arab countries in the tourism statistics field. The forum came as part of the SUR Arab Tourism Capital 2024 program and will last for 3 days. The forum discussed importance of tourism statistics in decision-making, the Arab Tourism Strategy, the Omani Tourism Strategy 2040, and the role of the tourism data and statistics in supporting national development strategies. The opening ceremony of the forum was presided over by His Excellency Salim bin Mohammed Al Mahrouqi, Minister of Heritage and Tourism. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's news bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Majesty the Sultan reviews during a phone call with the President of the European Union the mutual relations between the two sides and a number of regional and international issues. Assigned by His Majesty, His Highness Sayyid As'ad bin Tariq Al Saeed heads tomorrow to the Kingdom of Belgium to lead the Sultanate of Oman's delegation to the first GCC-EU summit scheduled to be held in the capital, Brussels, the day after tomorrow. His Highness Sayyid Fahd bin Mahmoud Al Saeed discusses with His Excellency Prime Minister of Belarus means of activating bilateral cooperation and efforts exerted in supporting security and stability for all countries. His Highness Sayyid B. Yazan bin Haytham reviews with the Prime Minister of the Republic of Belarus relations between both countries and means of strengthening them. And National Center for Emergency Management sectors and subcommittees are activated as work and study are suspended for tomorrow in a number of the governorates due to the expected weather condition. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin from all of us here at the newsroom and the studios. Good night and stay safe.